Welcome to this exclusive video I'm making today on how to generate a registration link, register and activate a new account on CHY Mall e-commerce. Okay, so for those of you who may have been having some issues trying to register on the new CHY website, formerly known as Sairui e-commerce, please take your time and go through this video. You're going to learn something new, and you're going to see all the simple steps you can follow to register a new account on CHY Mall. Alright, so this video is going to be showing you two ways that we can be able to register someone on this website. Alright, so I just want you to pay close attention, because some of us may have been making a couple of mistakes during the registration process, and I know you may want to learn more about how to do it. For also those who are entirely new to it, this is something you must watch. All right, so you need to avoid making mistakes, because any mistake you make may just be a little bit expensive, but they can be corrected. But you just need to know how to get it right. Okay, the platform has migrated to a new website, so you need to understand that there could be some changes. So some of the changes are what we're going to bring out in this video on how to register a new account. So just follow as I walk you through step by step. All right, so we have two methods. The first method is generate a link and register. All right, so now generating a link is for maybe like a friend somewhere in another country, or someone that wants to get registered by him or herself, and the person wants to do that, and you just want to share your link with the person. So you quickly need to follow these steps and know how to generate a link. First, you need to know the country and the location in the country where the person is. Possibly know if there is a service center within that area. If there is no service center, then you need to also know how to connect the person to a service center that will be able to service that person, or like send products to the person, with the free products to the person. All right, so with that being said, we'll just take a look at how to generate a link and register the person. So first thing you need to do, you need to sign into the CHY Mall from the uplines account. Okay, the first step is for you to sign into the CHY Mall from the uplines account. All right, now using that, we are going to do that on the, we're using a desktop browser to do this, not the mobile version, not the mobile app version. So you can use your browser and follow these steps carefully. All right, you log into the uplines account, you click on sign on right here to sign in, and that's it. So the website once again is www.chymall.net on your browser. All right, then you just follow the prompts, put in your username and password, and you log in. So sometimes this appears, but I think right now it's been taken away as at the time of this video. So you won't see this anymore, but just in case you see this come up, you just need to click on skip, and the email verification will be skipped, and you log in straight into the website. So when you log into the website, the first place you want to go to is the Mine button. You click on the Mine button here. So that will take you to where you see the balances, your previous balances on the uplines account. So let's assume we are logging into the uplines account, and you want to generate your link and give to a downline. Click here, Mine. So you're going to see your balances. Okay, the two important balances that we also always want to look at is the CHY points and the consumption points. Now, like I said, you can register a new downline in two ways. The first one is the upline generates a referral link and send to the person to register. All right. The second way is the upline registers the person through the network diagram. Okay. So I'll demonstrate the two ways using a VIP5 registration as an example. Okay. So, but you just follow these steps, and whichever VIP account you want to register, you will see what is required for the figures that will be required for you to do that. Okay, the CHY points and the consumption points that will be required. All right, but take note that when you want to purchase, you must first of all buy the full points required for any VIP package as CHY points. Then you send them to the upline's account. After that, you then convert some of the consumption points that will be required for the activation inside the upline's account before creating the registration. So you don't send the CHY points to the new registered account this time. You don't do that anymore here. If you do that, you cannot activate that account. You need to send another CHY as another consumption point before you can be able to activate that account. So what you can do there, okay, basically the reason why you don't do that anymore is because if you move all the CHY points into the newly registered account, you cannot convert them to you cannot convert some of the points to consumption points there. The new website does not allow unactivated registrations to do conversion of CHY points to consumption points. All right, so get that straight. So if you made that mistake, that is why it occurred. Maybe you took all the CHY points and sent it to the unactivated newly registered account, and you couldn't convert them to some consumption points. All right, so the company does not allow that anymore. So what you need to do from the upline's account, you need to buy the required CHY points. We are using VIP5 for an example. All right, the full amount for the VIP5 is what you buy. Then the activation amounts is what you convert to consumption points, and you do that in the upline's account before you now transfer that using the P2P system. Transfer it to the newly registered account. Transfer the consumption points and transfer the CHY points. At that point, you can now activate the new account using the consumption points. So that's it. So with that being said, first we need to load up the upline's account. This is the upline's account. We need to load it up with the required CHY points for the VIP5 registration that we want to do. All right. So the total amount that we need, total CHY points that we need to activate a VIP5 is right here. Okay. So this is the total amount that you need for the activation of any of the VIPs. For VIP2, the total amount is 140. So the VIP3 is 280. The VIP4 is 840 CHY. The VIP5 is 1,680. All right. So you must buy all these as CHY points when you're buying from the company. So when you buy it, should be sent to the upline's account, not to the newly registered account. So don't create the registration and buy CHY points from there. All right. If you buy it and it is credited there, you cannot transfer them to another account. All right. The unactivated account is unactivated, really unactivated. So you buy and send to the upline's account, and when the upline receives it, the upline will now do the registration for the new downline. All right. So here we need VIP5 CHY points, which is 1,680. So we contact the company and we'll buy the CHY points, and it is being sent to the username of the upline. All right. So with that being said, we are going to do that right away, and we'll load $1,680 or CHY points to the upline's account. But bear this in mind, out of these monies, there is an amount for the consumption points, which will be used for the activation. It's a lifetime activation, okay? So for each of the VIPs, this is the amount. Out of this will be taken out and converted to consumption points, all right? So when you convert this to consumption points, then you can be able to activate, all right? So out of this amount for the VIP5 that we are doing, that we need to convert 600 to consumption points, all right? Then there will be a balance of 1,080 CHY points. This will be converted to consumption points, while this will be left as CHY points, all right? So this is what you will now be using for the trading every 10 to 12 days, all right? So this will serve as your trading capital that you keep turning over and over and over every 10 to 12 days, right, in the system, and you keep making the profits, all right? So if you want to have a better look at this chart, you can always reach out to me and I'll send you the chart. It gives you a lot more breakdown of everything, how the system is being calculated. All right, but I just wanted to go through this chart so that you can know how much out of this will be converted to consumption points for the activation. That's it right here for all the packages. Then what will be left as for your trading, that's it right here too. So all these are your trading fees, and these are the packages for the amounts for your activation. All right. So the activation is for life. Bear that in mind, and it also comes with an activation product. So whenever you do any of these activations, you get these products, any of these products, okay? So you pick that up from your service center. While for these trading products, these are the products you'll be getting every 12 days, 10 to 12 days for any time you trade. That is one round. 12 days, 10 to 12 days is one round. You keep getting that. All right. So with that being said, we are buying the entire required amount for VIP5 as CHY points. All right. 1,680 is what we need. So when we buy that, we sent it straight to the upline's account. 1,000 CHY points of 1,600 has been bought for the VIP5 registration and credited to the upline's user name, all right, on his dashboard. All right. So if you go to the mine of the upline, you will see that it has been credited as CHY points, 1,680. All right. So the consumption points is 0. So for us to be able to exchange 600 of this to consumption points for the activation, we need to come here. All right. Currency exchange, currency X. We need to come there, click on it, and from there we'll now be able to convert 600 CHY points to 600 consumption points, and we use that and go to the become VIP for the activation. All right, so let's quickly convert this So when you do that, click there, it brings you to a page like this where you can you see the balance of the CHY points there, 1680. So now we have to select the option for CHY points to consumption points. That is what we want. Bear it in mind that when you convert CHY points to consumption points, you cannot convert it back to cannot convert consumption points back to CHY points. All right. So always be careful when you're converting to consumption points. Make sure it's the correct figure that you are converting. Take note of that. All right. So you enter the quantity. The quantity we want to convert for VIP 5 is 600. All right. Out of this 1680, we are converting 600 to consumption points that will be required for the activation. All right. So the second step here is type in the VIP 5 activation quantity of 600. We've done that. Then the third step is to put in your payment password. Everybody has a payment password. You have a login password and your payment password. Then you click on submit. So you see, you just need to, after that, you click on mine to bring you to this page, and you'll see here that the CHY points has been reduced to $1,080 or 1,080 CHY points, while 600 has been credited to the consumption points. All right, so that is it. Then at this point, the next thing we want to do is click on invitation link. All right, to generate a link. All right, so you must make sure that this conversion has been done first, right here, before you give a link to the new prospect to register. All right, then we'll now click on this invitation link. It brings us here. So the first thing we want to do is you need to know the location of the person, so that we can be able to find a service center ID or service center username in the person's location and fill in the username in this space. All right, so we need to connect the person to a service center. It must be done. If you don't know how to get the service center username, you can contact your upline or your upline's upline, so that they can be able to give you that information based on the person's location. Where that is not available in the person's country, what you can do is to agree with either your service center or the main service center within your location. Find out from your top leaders how the person can be serviced from your own country. And when the person is connected there, then shipments can be made to that person directly, and maybe the person will pay for the shipment charges, the shipment cost. So, but that being said, if it is within a local where a location where there is a service center, all you need to do is get the service center username and you put it right here. All right. So the referral ID is the referrer of the person. So that's the upline. We're already in the upline's account. So you see the upline's username here. So you can now decide if you want to position the person on the left or on the right. So you click on it based on the upline's decision. All right. So the upline will also, when you click on that position, whoever is the last downline on the left is where the placement, where the person will be placed under. So here will automatically be filled up. Once you click on left, it will automatically fill up the username of the last person that has been activated on the left. If you click on the right, it will automatically fill in the username of the last person on the right. So once you do that, all you need to do now is click generate create link. All right, so that is it. You click on create link. Then here a link will be created. This is the link that has been created. So all you need to do is to copy this link and you send to the new prospect to register. Or you can copy it. If you want to do the registration for the person, you can just copy it. All you need to do is click on this button here, copy. Once you copy it, you can open another tab on your browser and paste the link, and a form will appear. All right, a form for you to fill, a registration form will appear right away. So we'll copy this and we'll paste it in our browser. We'll paste it in our browser. That's the browser right here, and we press enter. This form is going to come out. All right. So for us to fill this form, I need you to understand something. The username must be alphanumeric, so it must contain capital letters, small letters with numbers, and it must be not less than 6 characters. So take note of that. This is an example of what you can have there. So you find a username that contains capital letters, small letters, and numbers. All right, so you figure that out. Now you don't need to touch this. The referral ID remains embedded in there. The placer is the person that is been placed under. You don't need to touch all these areas. So the next area you want to look at is the service center ID. So the service center ID had already been added before you got to this page, so it will also be there automatically. Then you have to come here and select the VIP. All right, so we are going for VIP 5, so you click on the drop down and you select the VIP. We are selecting VIP 5. All right, so you now select your country. We are selecting Nigeria, and you scroll down more, and you see a space for you to put in a detailed address, the address of your location. All right, so once you fill in that address, you can now put in the password. You put in a login password and you now repeat it. Also, you put in a payment password and you now repeat it. So take note, the login password is just for you to log in. You must make sure that you write down your username correctly, your username exactly how you wrote it down. If there is a capital letter, indicate the one that is a capital letter, the ones that are small letters, and where there are numbers, make sure it's that way. Same goes for your login password, and same goes for your payment password. So you want to make the login password and the payment password a little bit different, so that you can be able to toggle between these two. So even if someone has access to your login password, they may not have access to your payment password and make withdrawals from your account. So take note of these security measures the company has also introduced. Now fill in the residential address, and this password is also alphanumeric. Remember the example we gave above about the alphanumeric settings. So you can skip this option for the email address. For now, the company is still trying to decide on whether to activate this email code verification system or not. So once they are done, they will decide. So but for now, you can skip it. But later, when it's activated, you need to do the two-step verification with your email. So if you're doing that, make sure you have a functioning email. Functioning email, not an old email that you can't remember the password. So or better still, you just create a new email and use it when the time comes. But for now, it is not valid, so you may just want to skip this whole section and go down to the last point here, where they said I have agreed. So you must click this button. Once you click on this button, then the next thing you do is click on register. Once you click on register, and that's it, you've completed that registration. All right, so after the registration form is successfully submitted, the upline should transfer the points to the newly created account username, all right, for activation and trading. Click on mine to go to the upline's dashboard to see the balances. So we'll click here and it takes us to the place where we have the CHY points and the consumption points. So the CHY points is still 1080 and the consumption points is still 600. All right. So for this kind of registration, you, the upline, will manually have to send these 2 points to your new downlines account. Right. So that is how it is now. So currency exchange is where you need to exchange where we need to exchange the CHY points to consumption points, all right, before sending it to the new registered account. So once you have done that exchange, then you can now transfer the CHY points to the new account and the consumption points to the new account. You need to do that separately. So for us to do this transfer now, we need to use the P2P transfer system. You just look for it right here on the left menu and you click on P2P transfer. All right. So at this point, you see the balance of consumption points is the 600 and the CHY points is 1080. All right. We will first of all transfer the 600. So the ID, placer ID, sorry, payee ID is the username of the new account that has been created. You get it correctly and paste here or type it in, and you select the exchange type. We are sending consumption points, which is 600, which is 600. Then we now click on payment password and put in your payment password there and click on submit. So once you click on submit, then you can be able to transfer those points to the new account. So once we do that, we also need to do the same for the CHY points. All right. So you do that for the CHY points by putting in the user ID once again. We also select the CHY points that it's CHY points that you want to convert. Then you type in the quantity 1080, and you put in your payment password. All right, and you submit. Once that has been done, then you can see that those 2 will be transferred, all right, to the new account. Then you need to log out, you need to sign out from this upline's account and go to the newly created account. So when you get to that account, you also need to go to the mine page to see if those points have actually arrived there. So for us to sign out, you just come right here. There's a little arrow here. This drop down will come out and you click on sign out. So once you click there, it takes you out of this upline's account. All right, so you need to log in. Example 14 is the username for the new account we created. You put in the password there, you click on sign in, click on skip, then we're right in here. All right, so we go to mine to check if the consumption points and the CHY points have arrived. So you see right here they have arrived. The CHY points is 1080, consumption points is 600. All right, so the account we created is the VIP5 account. So we need to we need to now click on the home page so that we can be able to start the activation for this account. All right, click on home page. So where do we find the home page? We find the home page right here. All right, so you click on the home page. So it brings us here, and we have to click on become or be a VIP to start the activation process. So this is where you find the be a VIP button. So once you click on it, note that before you click on it, note that for this example that we are activating the VIP 5. So it can be any other VIP, but you just follow this same process. All right, know the amount that is required for the activation and convert to consumption points. Then the remaining CHY points is what you use for trading. It's very simple to understand. All right, so CHY 600 consumption points will be used for this process to do the be a VIP activation, while the 1080 CHY points will be used for the trading. Take note of that, and it will be used for it to trade first in the new retail section, and secondly in the wholesale section. So we will concern ourselves with just this 600 consumption points and the be a VIP. After that, we'll end it there. So be a VIP. Now we are looking at the various products. The various products here, you can see products for VIP 1. This is a product for VIP 2, and a product for VIP 5. And the next product there is product for VIP 2, VIP 3, and VIP 4. So right here now, we'll click on this VIP 5 product, and we'll follow the steps. So the next thing is we select this button, select this other button, and click on buy now. So that is how you are able to do the process. All right, that's how you do the process. So you just follow the steps and complete the process. All right, that's just about it, nothing more. You put in your take you to a section where you put in your ID, your full names, your address, and all that. And after that, you put in your payment password, and that is it. So it's very easy to do. So the next thing is the second step, right? We'll go straight up to the second way you can be able to do this. And the second way is very, very easy. All right, it is just a way to register the person through the network diagram, all right, of the upline. The upline's account will be logged into, and we now click on the network diagram and be able to do that. So first of all, like we always do, we buy the CHY points and send to the upline's account, which is right here. This is the mine section of the upline's account, and we have to convert the CHY points, 600 CHY points to 600 consumption points. All right, while the 1080 CHY points remain for trading. Don't forget to do that. So once we want to do that, first of all, you have to go to the currency exchange and do that conversion, which we've already explained earlier. So I'm just taking you through that again so that you know how the second system works. You convert, put the CHY points to consumption points, then put 600 and put your payment password, and you submit. Very easy. Then you have your mine dashboard looking like this in the upline's account. consumption points 600, CHY points 1080. All right. So with this, we now go straight to the network diagram. We go straight to the network diagram, all right, of the uplines account. So this is what the network diagram looks like, and right here in the network diagram is where you have to now click on any of these positions, either on the left or on the right of this account. You look for any space under any activated account. You see the activated accounts are in blue. Activated accounts are in blue. So the very next spaces, 2 spaces on the left and right, you see register. Here is register. But here you see vacant, 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 vacant. That here you cannot register accounts. Until these 2 accounts are activated, you cannot register anything underneath. Right? So we must choose one of these 2. So depending on where you want to place the person, you now click on that space here, right there, register. So after the registration, all right, note that after the registration, the CHY points, all right, should be transferred to the new account of the upline, right? So, but what happens, immediately you click here, the form, that form that we filled earlier will appear, and it's going to be filled. But immediately you fill that form and submit it, automatically the consumption points that is in the uplines account will automatically be transferred to the newly registered account, the dashboard of the account. So that is a new way, another way. It's not new, it's been there. It's another way that you can register. Just go to the network diagram, make sure that the points are in the uplines account, click on register, fill the form. As you submit and it's successful, the consumption points will automatically be moved to the new newly created account. So that's it. Then the remaining balance of the CHY points will have to manually be moved by the upline to the new account as well. So that is the second way that you can be able to do the registration. After that, you now do the activation process by clicking on Be a VIP. We've already shown you how to do that. So that's the second process, how you can be able to do the registrations, either by generating a link or by doing it through the network diagram. So for those of you who you've already seen the earlier process, you need to understand the difference between these 2, so you just know which one serves you better for your audience, and you do it. So it's either you are doing it, the registration for your downline, or if the person wants to do it by him or herself, you just send the person the link. But after sending the person the link, you, the upline, will have to convert the CHY points to consumption points and send the consumption points that is required to the newly created account. You don't send only the CHY points there. You must send convert the CHY points in your own account and send to the newly created account, so that the person can now do the activation using the consumption points. All right. So you need to just understand this. All right. Consumption points must be converted only in uplines account, not in the newly created account. Otherwise, the person will be stuck, and the CHY points will be stuck there. So take note of that, friends. These are the few points I needed to get out using this video and explain to my downlines how it's all working right now. So we've already talked about how this registration process works. So these are the points. how to do the registration. So if you like this video and you find it interesting, please like it and subscribe to my channel. I will be dropping more information on how to do more stuff on this new website, and you need to follow up to make sure that you're getting the latest information. And I want you guys to also know that CHY is doing it very big this time around, because the collaboration that they did with between CHY and Sairui Mall is a huge one. So if you've not yet started on this opportunity, please don't waste your time with any other program. Get started with this opportunity and run with it. This is something that I can tell you in a short while can change your life. So I don't know if you have something already going on for you somewhere else, no problems. Keep doing what you're doing, but get started with CHY right away. This company is here to stay, and it's going to make people change their lives very soon, all over Africa and globally. So once again, this is your man Bitcoin Zeph. Thank you for watching this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. I'll be dropping more manuals very soon, so stay tuned. Thank you very much.